I don't feel like making a video right now, but I have to sit down to record this because yesterday I realized something really important that I need to get out there to all the young men out there who are struggling with porn addiction. And I think this is so important that I can't procrastinate on this because I don't want to forget this and I want to get this out while it's still fresh in my head. So, yesterday I was driving from a Halloween party and I was driving for 3 hours. I was tired, sleep deprived, slightly hungover, and well, those are already some major key components as to why 2 years ago, when I was single, I would have ended up watching pornography when I got home with 100% certainty. It always happened. Always. Literally every time. If I was tired and especially hungover, and then I would be alone. So those things meant there was no chance for me to not watch porn. And now I knew in the car while I was driving that it's gonna be different now. And I thought about the reasons why. Because you see, one of the issues always was if I spent 3 hours in my car thinking, I would be thinking, hey, just like I was thinking now, I was thinking about how I won't be watching porn now because it's not a part of my life anymore. But back then, I would think, oh, damn, I'm gonna get home alone and I'm gonna be tired and hungover. So I know what's gonna happen. So I would think about it in the car already, which means it's gonna happen because I planted the seed in my head for it to happen. But now, the difference is that I'm not alone. I knew I was gonna get home and I was gonna eat and then I was gonna shower. And while I'm doing those things, I'm texting my girlfriend that I got home and this and that. And after those things, I would watch Netflix remotely with my girlfriend. So even though I'm physically alone in my house, I'm not really alone. I'm communicating with my girlfriend and I'm doing something with her, watching the Netflix remotely. And that is a big difference, a massive difference to 2 years ago. I'm not alone, so I'm not isolated. But the most important thing, the number one, the one thing that you need to understand about yourself and about your addiction. If you are addicted to pornography, it's not because you are so horny. It's not because you love to see it so much. It's not because it's your favorite thing in the world. That's not why you're addicted. And it's not wrong to say that it's because of dopamine, because you get dopamine, so you're addicted to it, but that's not the why. That's not the real why. That's not it's not the most important why. It doesn't help you enough to understand the mechanisms of dopamine in relation to the porn addiction if you don't understand why you need that dopamine, why you are addicted to that dopamine in the first place. You see, you are addicted to pornography because you react to negative emotions with watching porn. You are doing emotional regulation with porn. It's your way of regulating your emotions. And you don't know any other way. You haven't learned anything else. So that's why you do it. It's something you habitually do. It's your habit to regulate your emotions with that specific stimuli. And in my case, you know how I regulate my emotions now? If I have a negative feeling, you know what I can do? I can text my girlfriend. I can tell her what is up. And that me venting about what is going on in my life, sharing that with her is my emotional regulation. So when I got home and I was tired and I was hungover, this time I wasn't alone. And this time I wouldn't need to regulate my negative emotions of being alone, having anxiety about what am I gonna do with the whole evening. Should I do something productive? No, I don't want to do something productive. I feel tired, so then I feel stressed and I feel anxious because I don't want to do anything productive. So now I have anxiety, which is a negative emotion. And then I'm alone, so maybe I have some loneliness on top of that. And now I would regulate my emotions with watching pornography. But no, I regulate my emotions by texting my girlfriend. And then I don't even need to regulate my emotions because there is no negative emotion. The whole evening is packed. Eat food, shower, and watch Netflix and go to bed. My day is done. And that's what I realized yesterday. And I was listening to Dr. K and him talking about this emotional regulation stuff. And him talking about how you shouldn't resist porn. And I realized that is exactly right. There is no need to resist because there's nothing to resist. When you have other ways to regulate your emotions and you have healthy relationships and you have meaning in your life and purpose, there is nothing to resist. It was never about resisting. All those years of me thinking how I need to be strong enough. Look out there. I see these people on YouTube in the comments by the thousands, all these young men, and they think this is it, this is the time, this is the streak, this is the no-fap streak that I'm gonna make it. Starting this Monday, now I'm gonna be free forever. I'm gonna permanently stop watching porn. Now I will have the willpower. And I see those guys and I know I'm looking in the fucking mirror. Because I was that guy for my whole adult life until I turn 30 and find my girlfriend and figure this shit out. And I see those guys and I know they're not gonna get anywhere. I see those guys and I know they will stay there for God knows how many years, focusing and obsessing over this nofap stuff, telling themselves how they are so fucking weak, dwelling in this negativity, in this just vicious fucking circle of negative emotion where they have shame, they're ashamed of failing, they feel like they're a failure. And it's like a dog chasing their own tail. And it's never gonna end. Because there will never be a day when you suddenly have some magical willpower or when you suddenly realize something, you watch 1,000 videos on this topic and suddenly you understand. You listen to someone inspirational and you're like, hell yeah, now I'm gonna do it. Now I watch this video and I feel like I'm on fire, I'm gonna do it. This time it will work. And then tomorrow you'll be jerking off to porn because nothing changed, because your life didn't change. You didn't start practicing a new method of emotional regulation. You still don't have healthy relationships in your life. You still don't have a purpose. You still don't have a meaning. You still obsess over having the perfect nofap streak. Instead of letting yourself, just giving yourself permission tomorrow to bust a nut like a normal person. In a way, I know it's not ideal. I know that. I know you want this perfection. I know, I've been there. But instead of just watching some porn for half an hour and busting a nut, and then working on something entirely different, not related to that shit, doing something productive, something meaningful, something purposeful, filling out your day, being excited about something and feeling positive emotions and not giving a fuck about a fucking nofap streak and going out there in the world to meet real women and meet new friends. Are you doing any of that? Are you changing your life? Because you don't need any willpower. That's the irony. Yesterday, I needed 0 willpower to not watch porn. And 2 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to David Goggins, I'm gonna listen to this guy and this guy while I'm in the car, and I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna be like trying to just willpower, trying to resist so hard while only making the urge just stronger and then eventually relapsing. I didn't have to do any of that. I came home and I relaxed and I went to bed and I slept well. Why? Because I changed my life around everything. There was me and the porn addiction, and around us, me and my problem. I changed things around me without realizing the effects, without realizing what I was missing. And now, without having to focus, having to resist, it's easy. Anyway, this video was all over the place. I really don't have a good day for making videos. I don't feel like making a video at all. I feel like I can't talk today, whatever. I gotta go back to work as well. But if you got something out of this, I hope you did. Let me know in the comments what you think. And remember to subscribe. I will make videos about various topics on improving your life, but this topic of porn addiction will always be close to my heart because it was such a major issue for me for such a long time. Thank you for watching and have a blessed life. I will see you in the next one.